Here is the truth that you avoid. Scripture warns that the world will always move toward control. In 1 John chapter 4, the apostle warns that many false spirits go out into the world. These false spirits aim to shape public thought. They aim to silence the people who speak truth. Christ says in the Gospel of John that the truth will set us free. Anything that hides truth or attacks those who seek it is a system of control, and your article fits that pattern. Your lawsuits are dressed up as virtue, but they serve one purpose. You want to intimidate anyone who stands beside Trump. You claim that Honey repeated frightening rhetoric. That phrase is vague on purpose. You want people to picture something dark and sinister, but you never show any proof. You never show any actual harm. You want that fear in the mind of the reader because fear breeds control. You accuse Trump of wanting to subvert elections, but what you describe is a review of what went wrong in 2020. You turn a reasonable request for verification into a threat. You pretend that any attempt at honest oversight is an assault on democracy. That is control. You frame your story in a way that demands blind trust in the current system, even though the system is run by the same people who expanded surveillance and censorship for years. You attack voter maintenance work. Yet every state already checks voter rolls. Every state removes ineligible names. Every citizen knows that a clean voter roll protects the vote. You turn normal work into a conspiracy because you want people afraid of any reform that comes from the Trump side of the aisle. You claim that the greatest threat is voter suppression, but you ignore the real suppression. You ignore the censorship of conservatives. You ignore the weaponization of federal agencies against parents. You ignore the intelligence operations run on Americans. You ignore the secrecy surrounding how these agencies store personal data. Your claims about non-citizen voting try to paint a simple issue as racist or oppressive. But the Bible teaches stewardship. Christ says in Luke chapter 16 that anyone who is faithful with little will be faithful with much. Elections are a form of stewardship. Leaders have a duty to guard the process. When Americans ask questions, they are not a threat. They are doing what free citizens do. That is not suppression. That is responsibility.